want to take the baton as a young people and run with it and make agriculture great, or what it is it can be, because we can actually export more than we import.
A nation that can provide food and feed itself can never be held hostage by another. This is Zen Jamaican Vibes, traveling the length and breadth of Jamaica, bringing you stories of inspiration, motivation, and hope. Welcome to my channel and do enjoy today's video.
Hello and welcome back to Zen Jamaican Vibes. Today I feel so happy and so inspired because I'm in the company of Shalini Seaton, and she's one of those young female farmers here in Jamaica who is doing extraordinary things in farming. Shalini, welcome.
Hi everybody, thanks Shan for having me. Hello everybody.
Yes, so I know you have a BSc in medical technologies, you have your bachelor's in medical technologies, but you have transitioned now to the farm. Tell me about that.
So Shan, when last year when COVID came, so as you know, I'm a medical technologist by profession. When COVID came in last year, I had resigned before. I'd resigned from my job, took up a job opportunity overseas, and getting ready to fly out. And I mean, I was going about 13 hours away from my homeland. Around that time, COVID came, the big bad COVID. Now, so many things started happening. Airports are locking down. I'm faced with, okay, do I take this on? I am an asthmatic. How do I make this happen? Or how do I actually go out there? And am I going to be okay? I'm away from my family. And at that point in time, I just said, all right, I have to put this on hold. And actually just stay home, because for my safety, if anything should happen to me, nobody is close to me.
Right.
So I stayed home, and then now I turned to farming for therapy. My backyard gardening. I started doing little bit of things. Before I was farming, but I wasn't in it 100%. But then after that, when I went back to farming, and I was like, but this is therapy, and I got into it. I got a business partner to help me, somebody who knew the ropes, can teach me how to go into the farming sector better, and from there on, and this is where I'm at now.
Okay, so we're on your sweet potato plot. It's approximately 4 acres of sweet potato. That's a lot of sweet potato.
Definitely. So we have different types of sweet potato.
Right.
Now when you're seeing it, we're basically finishing the reaping season, so we're wrapping up in the reaping season. So yes, this is our farm.
Okay, and I was lucky enough to catch you when they were doing some reaping today.
Yes, so we are here and we are reaping today. As you can see, we have sweet potatoes. So
Yeah.
persons will know the different types. You have the yellow belly, they have the white one, you have the dairy. So you have all different types of sweet potatoes. So we're reaping, bagging, and ready to distribute.
Okay, so I know that you are the chairperson, right, for the Jamaican Network of Rural Women Producers. So what is it that you do there?
Alright, so I'm the youth chairperson for the youth committee, that is for the Jamaican Network of Rural Women Producers. And what the JNRWP does is that we're here to motivate and to basically to inspire and to aid young women. So it's for rural women, and we know that a lot of rural women, a lot of times they're forgotten, right? A lot of times there are so many farmers in our rural communities, but they're not seen, they're not heard as much. And so we as a group, we're there for our women. So what we do, we motivate them, we help to create markets, we create the networks for women, we provide seeds, whether it be fertilizer, so whatever it is that we can help our women with, the organization is there to also train our women, to help them to better themselves so that they then can go and contribute to national development. So we're in the building, we're basically building our women.
Okay, so is the Jamaican Network of Rural Women Producers, it's kind of long, right?
JNRWP for sure.
Okay, is this a part of the Jamaica Agricultural Society program?
No, so we have created linkages with these bodies, but this actual body, or this network, is a non-profit organization. We have linkages with RADA, so we try to liaise with RADA. So all our women right now, we have tried to get a member on each RADA board so we can represent our women better, right? So it is a non-profit organization. It is not a part of RADA, but we have an association with them. So we try to liaise with the different bodies to aid our women.
Okay, that's definitely inspiring. So, young persons who want to become a part of this network of rural women, how do they contact you? How do they get to you?
All right, so one, we have a Facebook page,
Mm-hmm.
which is the Jamaica Network of Rural Women Producers. So you can go on Facebook and you can always send us a message. We are on Instagram. You can also, we're the Jamaica Network of Rural Women Producers, or you can type in JNRWP on Instagram and send us a message. So you can reach out to us and send us a message. Let us know what it is if you'd like to become a part of the organization. We're happy to. We're happy to help. We're happy to hear from you.
Okay. So, is this just for young women or women of all ages?
No man, definitely. Women of all ages. It's just that for my committee now, for the youth committee, I'm in charge of the youths, right?
Oh.
But for the JNRWP, for all women. So whether you're young, middle age, old, once you're a rural woman, you're a woman in agribusiness, in agriculture, small marketing businesses, we're here for you.
Okay. So, you have a YouTube channel called Farmer Chic.
Oh yes.
And on your channel, I see that you educate persons a lot about farming, crop production, the business of agriculture. I follow your channel a lot, and I'm gonna encourage my subscribers to also go over to her YouTube channel and subscribe to her channel because persons of all ages, whether you're young or you're old, you'll be educated once you head over to her channel and subscribe. All right. So, why did you start your YouTube channel?
Alright, so when I started my farming journey, I wanted to help other youths because there are a lot of persons. When I told persons that, hey, I want to go into farming, a lot of persons were like, Shal boy, say I always want to go in there, but either they're scared, never know how. And I'm like, alright, so why not share my journey? So my aim is just to share from the farmer's perspective, let you know the ins and the outs, let you know how it is we process on a daily basis. It's not all the days you're gonna win. I try to help people of how it is that they can develop their farms, how it is that they can increase their yield, just for us to learn from each other, because I'm learning myself, guys. I don't know it, but as I learn, I try to share with everybody and inspire people, because with COVID, a lot of persons need inspiration. So that's my aim.
Yes, this is very inspirational. And what are some of the things or what are some of the challenges that you face as a young farmer?
Oh boy. There are so many. As I was saying the other day, I was talking to somebody, and I remember the first time I planted the sweet potato, this same space right here, right, 4 acres. And when I invested the money, and at the end of the reap, we only got 8 bags of sweet potato, only 8 bags out of the 4 acres.
Oh wow!
So we lost everything, right? And I mean, I was there, and I'm like, Shalini, you're going to go through with this. There are so many things happening. Persons were saying, go back, go look your job, and so many things. And I'm like, no man, I'm gonna push through this. So what I do, I try to find. So for me, it's all about reading, finding out what it is that went wrong. How can I fix it? How can I improve my yield? How it is that the sweet potatoes, what do I need to use? What type of fertilizers? What type of spray I need to use? Which sweet potato to plant? So there are so many things that you need to know. But you see, if you don't, knowledge is power. So if you don't read and try to do your research and find out, you won't know. So with every setback or every disadvantage or loss, it's for you to learn from it and try to build from it. So yes.
Awesome. As I said before, we're on your sweet potato plant, and today is reaping day.
Yes.
And you're reaping some lovely sweet potato here. The
So we
men
can
are
actually
in the
go
field.
on a tour.
Oh yes, let's do that.
So what we're doing now, we are reaping sweet potatoes, right?
Yes.
So usually we do, we get like a team to come, because it's a big plot.
Yes.
And you're actually going to be reaping. If you go into the dirt and looking to see how you can know that sweet potatoes are actually ready based on how you see the soil. If the soil is actually raised, then you can know that the sweet potatoes are bursting out of the soil, right?
Okay.
So we're gonna be going through, and we have some over there. We've actually reaped already.
Okay.
We have some like here. So what you would do, even for here. So here we can see a small one pushing up.
Yeah.
But this is small, right? So we wouldn't actually dig that one. But for these ones now, the ones that are actually ready, we would reap these and leave the other ones for them to grow and to develop. So what you want to do is take out the bigger ones so that the smaller ones will have space to develop, and then you can reap them thereafter. So we're in our reaping stage. As you
Okay.
can see, we're going through.
All right. So how many pounds you're seeking to achieve today from this
For today,
harvest?
For today, we're hoping to get 1,000.
1,000.
So
Okay.
let's see what we can actually find
Yes.
and what we'll be able to get. So you have some over there, so I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna be backing up as we go along and dig through this.
So do you section off the different types of sweet potato, or do you just it's just a mixture?
Right, so some farmers do it differently. What we
Right.
try to do, we get different sections.
Okay.
So in this section here, we have, and persons will call the slips different names.
Right.
So we have what we call the red slip. Now in Manchester, persons will call it the uplifter. So in different parishes, persons will have different names for it.
Oh, okay.
So we have different sections. So one section will have what we call the red slip. Another section we put what we call the tank hole. Another
Okay.
section we have what they call mad dog. I'm not sure if persons are aware
I
of
heard
these.
about the mad dog.
Yes, and you have shrimp. So we have different sections. As you asked, we have different sections for different slips. So when you're going through and you're reaping, you can know which slip will give you a better yield. So you can know going forward which slips to plant back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. So who, Shalini, who do you sell to? Who do you sell to?
Alright, so we sell to both the local market and we sell to the export. So one of the things that I try to do is I try to get the export market. But for the export market, for those who want to know, they only want a certain type of potatoes. For the local market, we sell to the vendors who will come in and buy wholesale. Some persons will go to Kingston, some persons will go to Mobe. So they're different. So both local and exporters we aim for.
Okay. So you don't actually go to the market yourself with it.
No.
They come to you.
No, or we just take the product to the persons who would actually want, to the customers.
Right.
So when we reap, we take it to one site and then the customers will actually come in. But I don't have a problem to go to the market and sell my produce. Not at all.
Okay. Okay. All right. So you just got some more sweet potatoes coming in.
Yeah, so we have bags, so we're gonna bag them and weigh them as we go along. So we're aiming to get, because we get orders. So persons would send in their orders to tell us what they want.
Yes.
And we are trying to meet that demand which our customer actually wants for today.
Oh, okay.
So we're
So-
trying to reap for that.
Right. So are you able to help persons who may have like a lot of sweet potato on them and not able to get market? Like,
For persons, we're trying to get into the export market or get persons into the export market. So if you have sweet potatoes and you can't get a market for it, you can either call Rada or you can send us a message and we will liaise on your behalf and try to see how best we can assist you with getting them sold. So
awesome.
reach out to us and let us know.
I'm so proud of you. You're doing a tremendous job.
We're trying. We're trying.
Oh my, medical technologist, now a farmer.
I tell you, right? And a lot of persons can't believe. But for me, it's about doing what you love. I think farming is much more than just you coming into the soil.
Yeah.
And persons don't even understand how big it can go or how far it can take you. But it's about learning and growing. So that's what I'm aiming to do. I'm a young girl who wants to go further and further in the farming sector.
Awesome. So what do you think about agriculture and farming in particular in Jamaica? How do you see it in a couple of years, especially with young people, in terms of young people getting involved and becoming a part of the sector?
What I see now is that, and I love that you have a lot. One, you have a lot of females, young females who are coming into the sector. You have a lot of young people now who are understanding that, listen, farming is so much more and it can take you so much farther. So I think in another 10 years, and I also want to encourage persons that in another 10 years, we want to see more young persons. We want to take the baton as a young people and run with it and make agriculture great, or what it is it can be, because we can actually export more than we import.
Right.
So there are so many places that agriculture can take us. It's about us getting the knowledge, knowing about it, and for persons to try and invest and help to build up us young people. So that's what we want, and I think it's gonna go there.
Yeah, because I was saying before in a previous video that growing up, I was taught that farming was for poor people.
Yes, man.
So nobody never really wanted to farm because obviously nobody wanted to be poor.
Yep.
So we wouldn't hear a person, for example, a young child saying they want to become a farmer when they grow up. You hear they say doctor, lawyer, even a medical technologist,
Yes.
but not a farmer. So this is very inspirational and motivating, and I'm glad that I have the pleasure to be here with you and to get the knowledge from you so that you can share it with others. So we're going to continue on the farm.
So these ones, these are rejected ones. So we
Okay.
never give our customers these. So from you can see these ones are actually rejected.
Okay.
So when you go on a farm, you see the farmers will actually go through and take out the good ones, and the rejected ones we give those to the animals. So I mean for persons who have pigs and all of that. So we don't give our customers the rejected ones. These are what we call rejected.
Okay.
Alright. So some of the times on your field you can have where you have overgrown weeds, right? So as you go through, it is cheaper or it is best for you just to use your hand and go through and just weed it up. So for now, because of the drought, we had severe drought and then the rain just came down. So a lot of weeds just sprung up and now we have to be going through. So while reaping, we'll just pull out the weeds as we go along. So as you can see, this is what we call the blue bush. We just have to pull it out.
Oh.
So you can see, and you just pull it out, shake off the dirt, and just get rid of it.
Okay. Alright, so
Alright, so now we're in our reaping season, right? So we've been going along, so let us see what we have. We have the sweet potato. As soon as you scratch the dirt away, there you can see the sweet potato just beaming, right?
yes.
So you just scrape around it because you don't really want to damage the potato. So you just dig the dirt from around it,
Yeah.
and then it's gonna be a good one. And then you just break it off from the bottom and then break it off from here. And that's it. That's a sweet potato, guys. And then remember, when packaging, you always just break off and you take off the little strings that you see on it, and that's a sweet potato.
Okay.
And then, but you just cover back, because what you'll find is that you'll have sweet potatoes, smaller sweet potatoes developing.
Yeah.
So you just put back your dirt over your vine and leave it for the smaller ones to develop. Alright?
Okay. So you're a medical technologist, sweet potato technologist, and
Yes, I like that one. Sweet potato technology.
yes.
So for persons who want sweet potato, yes, Farmer Chic is here for you. Yes? On average, when we are doing our reaping season, we'd have 3 to 4 men here who come and help us with our reaping. So now, as we said, we're in the process of reaping. So far, I'm picking up 3 and they're going through. So you'll see how they actually dig up the sweet potato. Now these are the gurus. They know how to dig sweet potato.
Alright, sweet potato gurus. Oh, so you actually use a stick?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Small one, them just leave them on and them go.
Okay. You
And
give
it's better
them-
to use the stick instead of the machete, because the machete you don't want to go cut the sweet potato
Okay.
while you're digging. So
Right,
you
right.
can use the stick now to just help us scrape out the dirt.
Yes, nice sweet potato.
Oh, this one.
Let me see that one. Oh, nice. remember to go over to her YouTube channel, Farmer Chic, and follow her. Yes, and you're also on IG, right?
Yeah, man. I'm on Instagram. Farmer Chic 2020. Farmer Chic underscore 2020. So
Right.
go over and check it out.
Yes, so rural woman, you can definitely get in touch with her, dialogue with her, and see how best she can help you or assist you on your farming journey, or just if you're just getting into the sector and you want to gain some more knowledge, she'll definitely give you an insight into that. All right.
Alright, so when packaging for the market, you want to kind of clean up the potatoes, right? Most times you don't let them with too much scrape. You try as best as possible and you break off the edges,
Right.
right? Like these,
Yeah.
and then you pack them.
Okay.
So we're looking for the better ones, the ones then that have maybe if bugs and bites, you don't put that in it. So you leave those out
Right.
and you pack the good ones for your customers. So like this one now, we're not gonna pack this one because we can see that they have too much
Yeah.
holes in them. So this
Right.
one is gonna go out.
Okay. Awesome. So normally, how many bags would give you 1,000 pounds?
10.
10 bags?
Each bag, the big bags can hold 100 pounds.
Oh,
So if you get 10,
okay.
you can get a pound.
All right, so we're learning a lot here today.
Yes. The sweet potato 101.
Yes.
And one of the things that I want to do, even persons can check that out on the channel, is just how to, we're trying to get persons to actually produce more potatoes so we can go into more of the exporting of potatoes. And I'm going to be doing a video on that definitely on my channel to show you how you can get that rich yellow belly sweet potato, just to teach persons how they can actually go into the sweet potato market, because the
Oh.
export market is there.
Yes, and one of the things I noticed is that you women in farming, most of them are producing sweet potatoes. Why is that?
Alright, so you find a lot of persons now going to sweet potato because the market is there. So the export market is there for sweet potatoes. I know in the UK, Canada, those countries, they're actually taking sweet potatoes. So a lot of persons are actually going into that sector, but you have to know the type that they want, the type to actually produce. So that's a good market to go in, but please just do your research and you
Yes,
find out.
yes. I find that sweet potato and yam is two of the crops that are exported. Two of the main export ground crop from Jamaica.
Definitely. So sweet potatoes and the sweet yam, the sweet yam is another one. The US market now definitely hot on the sweet yam. So for persons who can produce yams, you can look into that sector. Just do your research, find out how it is that you can get better yields, and you can always tap into the market. Once you have access to land, I think that's the first step. And once you have that, you can just go with it. But you have to be serious about it when going into it and do your research, as I said before.
Yes, yes.
Definitely, because I want to take you on my pumpkin farm, so I want to show you what we can do, and persons believe that or don't believe that females can actually run the boat in farming. We can, so I'll take you on that tour.
Okay, so let's go to the pumpkin farm.
Let's go. So now guys, we're over in our pumpkin field, right? And we're going through, we're reaping today. And guess what? Look at this one. This one, I can't pick it as yet because it's not ready. But this one will be weighing like about 10 pounds.
Wow.
So this one is a nice rich pumpkin. And as you can see, you see the striping?
Right.
So you can see when it's actually fit. You'll know when it's fit when the stem starts to dry up. Come over here, Sean. So you hear here,
Right.
the stem will actually start to get dry, and the leaves, you can see the leaves around it getting dry, but it's not fully dried. So when the stem dries up, you know that it's ready for us to pick it.
And you were saying that this size is a small size compared
Man,
to some.
this small compared to some.
Oh.
You have some that they actually call. Alright, so let me show you one.
Okay. And you have different varieties of pumpkins, I see.
Different types, different sizes.
Yeah.
You have some that Jamaicans love that they call the Cersei pumpkin.
Oh,
That it has a tough skin over it, and I can show you one.
okay.
One is like right here. So this one is the one that would call the Cersei pumpkin. So the skin of it is not as smooth, so it has like a porous texture. And this one is, but it's not ready as it, because you can still see that the stem is green.
Okay.
So this one, no man, when you pick this and you open it, trust me, rich yellow.
Yes, and we Jamaicans love the rich looking yellow pumpkins.
Yep.
But this one is very big too, man.
Yeah, man. This one,
And it's a different breed too.
this is a different type. So this one is a different type. This one is should be weighing about 10 to 15 pounds.
Wow.
And then as you can feel that it's actually fleshy. So you know a lot of pumpkins, when you cut them, you see more seed than flesh.
Right.
This one, now as you feel it, you can know that it's a lot of flesh.
So,
So you have more flesh than seed.
these are the type of pumpkins that need to go to the Denby show, the Denby agricultural show.
Definitely.
Pumpkin. Different varieties too. But these ones look, is this melon?
No, man.
It's a
Pumpkin. But it kind of looks like,
melon.
but this one is actually pumpkin.
It's a different variety too.
So this is a different. You have so many.
Wow. I like the way how you mix the pumpkin and the sweet potato. Wow.
So even this one, this is a nice one.
Oh,
Nice
wow.
and smooth. This one is definitely weighing about a 15 pounds.
This
or
look
more.
like 20 pounds. You
Yes.
said 15.
This one,
Wow.
nice. Let me just check this thing.
No, and
ready
it's still
yet.
not ready.
Still not ready.
So there's more.
So further to go.
So it can go probably up to 25 pounds.
You have pumpkins that weigh up to 30 pounds, you know.
Right. Oh wow. They're not ready still. Oh. It seems like you're going to have a nice harvest. Oh my goodness. Oh. This one look like 20 now. Oh.
Hey man, this definitely. This one
Yeah.
is about 20 pounds.
Wow.
So you will have big and you will have small.
Yeah.
For you to go and reach your. So you have your small one. Alright, so this one, let me show you this one now.
Yeah.
With the stem where it's dried up. So look at this stem. You see here? You see how it dry?
Right.
So you know that this one is definitely. So you see as you break it, it just come right off. And this one is for you. So
Oh,
there you go.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Wow, me can't manage it. It's so heavy. Look at that. Wow. Now this one is about let me see, 7 pounds. It's about 7 pounds.
So you don't know about yourself.
Nice. You have a lot of pumpkin. I like how you have the different variety. I like that.
So the different seeds. So what the farmers will do is when you're reaping, you
Yeah.
have certain pumpkins that you'll select and you'll keep those and you'll save the seeds from those and then you replant and you'll get your different types of pumpkins that you want. So a lot of young people that do your research in farming. Farming is something that a lot of persons will frown upon it too, you know. I grew up, my mother is a farmer, my grandparents, they were farmers, they went to the market. So my grandmother was a higgler. And when you look at it, some of the times, a lot of persons bypass agriculture. But there's so many things you can get out of it. You can buy a car same way, you can get your house same way, meaning this is something that can provide your living. It is something that it is marketable, it depends on what you want and how you go about your business. For persons, launch into farming, start up your business, see how best you can transition, grow. If you want to start small, if you don't have enough money to start big, start small and grow. Over time you grow and you'll be surprised where you reach in the next 5 years. don't bypass agriculture. Think about it and study the market and see where it can take you.
Definitely. And I am imploring for young persons to definitely check out her channel and ask for any advice you want in terms of what you're producing. I
Yes.
think she has she's very knowledgeable, so she should be able to tell you about any crop you ask her about.
I
Right?
definitely try.
Yes, yes.
And what I do is I try to do my research. So if it is something that I don't know about, I go and I read about it. Information is there. I'm in the sciences. I'm somebody who was in the sciences, so I know about. I may not know the exact specifications for certain things, but I know about the planting process. And what I don't know, I go and I research. The information is there, guys. So you just have to
Yeah.
go and try and find it out.
True. But Shalini, so we saw your sweet potato. Now we're in your pumpkin farm. But what else? What other crops do you plant?
Alright, so I mostly stick to my pumpkins and my sweet potato, right? But other crops that I plant is Irish potato. But the drought did a number on us. So we have Irish potato that we're trying to reap now. I'm putting in ginger as well because I'm going into the ginger market. I have done cucumbers already. I have a video out for that. So I've done cucumbers and I have also done pine and sweet peppers as well. So those are the crops that I've actually tried out.
Okay, excellent. How much acres of pumpkin is this?
Alright, so pumpkins like about 3.5. This is 3.5 acres of pumpkins.
Wow, 3.5 acres of pumpkin.
Yes.
4 acres of sweet potato.
Yes.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around it.
Yes.
That's a lot of farming.
Yeah, it is. But you see, if you set out to do something and if you're determined, you just try. And as I say, I started out first with pumpkins and then I moved to sweet potatoes. So as you go along and you try and acquire some more, and I'm trying to get some more lands as I go on. So you just try and build. It's all about building. It's not easy. But when I realize that, listen, I have this target to meet, it motivates me to push on and to push through.
Okay, so you had to lease this land?
No, so family owned.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
that's the thing.
Okay, well,
So
great.
I'm grateful, and I think I'm one of the ones who they're actually blessed, where I can have access to lands.
Right.
Other persons can actually lease. So don't think that because maybe I have somebody who can actually give me this land, you can actually go and lease one. It's not that hard.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So right now we have a market for over 500 pounds. So these ones are gonna be sold to one of our local market customers that we have.
Okay.
So right now we're picking to supply that order.
Okay.
So we bag up and get it ready for our customer.
Okay. So do you find that persons prefer the big pumpkin, the bigger ones, or the smaller ones?
It depends. Like for persons, like for instance, the exporters, they love the big ones.
Okay.
The local market or the vendors, they will take both because they want the ones. They just want to know that they're rich and have that nice yellow or orange color.
Right.
Because you have the ones who want to cut it and sell it at the market. So it varies. So some like them very big, some they don't want them that big. They want them just nice and orange. So they want them rich.
Right. Oh, this is very encouraging. So you started out with a lot of support.
I did. My family supported me definitely, but I had the drawbacks where, for somebody who remember, persons don't see farming as that, ideal profession. So when I actually left my job and came into farming, persons were like, office girl are going to farming, and you know they started to look down on it. And then when it came now, because I was going to school, doing my masters,
Right.
I still had school fee to pay, and I mean this is I have the exchange rate is there. Remember the first crop that I planted, it did not come like it really and truly was a failure. And I was like, Lord, is this where I'm really gonna be? I can't be a failure. Like I have to prove that I'm not gonna come into this and fail. Because persons were saying, alright Shalini, you need to get out of this. What you're doing with your life. You went to school, you never go school, go university to become farmer. And then the fact that I had lost so much money, I'm still not earning. I have my school fee to pay. There's so many other things happening around me, and I was like, wow, what am I going to do now? How am I gonna find the money to come to clear all my bills at the end of the month? And I felt down, and at one point I said I was gonna give up.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna continue this. And then, as I said before, it brings me to therapy. When I tell people that it brings me therapy, when I come onto my farm and I sit down, you feel that ease. And I said, all right, what can I do to improve? I never come into this to fail it. I have to find a way to prove that farming is not a failure. You know, I'm not a failure because I left one particular job, or I'm not doing the job that people want me to do.
Right.
Because a lot of people will have the quote unquote pathway that you should take, but you have to know for yourself what works for you or what it is that you want out of life.
Right.
So I just got up out of my sad mode. I spent 2 days in my bed when I lost my sweet potato, and I realized the money that I lost.
Yeah.
And I spent 2 days, and after the 2 days where I sat down there and I cried, I just got up and said, alright Charlotte, what you gonna do with yourself? And I started back up, and here I am. So I can tell persons that you will have the down days, you will have the times where you feel like you don't want to continue. And I mean, it's not a case where I still have so much further to go, you know? I'm still trying to build and get where I need to go. And it's not like I have, you see some persons and you see they're so big and you're wondering how did they get there, but it's all because you started small.
Yes.
So I start small and I don't watch the noise. I just do what I need to do. So when I step out, I don't care who wants to look at me and say, whoa, she did go school and hey, so wait there, you're gone do farming now that you're gone to? You don't listen to them. You just continue to do what you want to do or what you feel that's right for you. So yes.
Yes. There you have it. It's Shalini Seaton, an inspirational young Jamaican female farmer. So people out there, young or old, this is definitely the sector that you need to be in. Just help feed us. Because once we can feed ourselves, we don't have to depend on other countries, right? And we don't want to continue the colonized notion that we have to depend on other countries to feed ourselves. We can feed ourselves, and Shalini is a prime example of what you can achieve when you put your mind to it. So you've been watching Zen Jamaican Vibes. This is where we're gonna leave it for today. Shalini, thank you so much. And guys, remember to follow her on Instagram. It's Farmer Chic
_2020.
right? And then we're going to subscribe to her YouTube channel. Make sure you go over to her YouTube channel and you'll be educated. Everything you need to know about farming in Jamaica, you'll definitely learn it from Farmer Chic. All right?
Thanks, Sean.
Yes, you're welcome. So from here in St. Elizabeth, Jamaica, walk good and make good duppy walk with you.
Take care.
All right.